For a moment, I misconstrued a spoken word artist to a motivational speaker. A spoken word artist talks or has the prowess that a public speaker has among a host of them. This is the campus show here with me and Yopon Dinchi on Yopon Online TV. Let's take our quote for the week. You're warmly welcome back to the campus show here with me and Yopon Dinchi. I believe you got inspired by the quote you just watched or you just heard. This is the campus show here with me and Yopon Dinchi on Yopon Online TV, where we speak to young people doing so well in their space and whatever they do. On today's segment, we're talking about the power of spoken word poetry. And I'm doing this with a young person who is doing so well in his space in the spoken word industry or fraternity, how you call it. I'll introduce him in a bit.
Enough. You've drained you a lot. You've damaged yourself a lot. You've delayed a lot. You've discussed you a lot. You've spoken you a lot. You've strangled you a lot. You've compromised you a lot. You've doubted yourself a lot. You've pledged and pledged you a lot. It's enough of the steps you don't want to risk with your steps. Enough of you talking your reason with trash.
Kwabena Churchill, branded as Momo Man of Many Colors, is an all-theme spoken word poet and a public speaker. He writes several genres of literature, poems, short stories, drama, and novels. Kwabena is an inspiring novelist, aspiring animator, and a proven spoken word poet who has performed on different platforms. His pieces are heart-touching and mind-blowing. Additionally, Kwabena has co-authored an international anthology titled To the Fired Flames with 3 others from India, Nigeria, and Zimbabwe. He is an alumnus of the University of Cape Coast and studied psychology. Kwabena hopes to make a national and global transformation through his riveting expressive craft.
Guys, I present to you Churchill.
Aspire
to inspire. Wow. Churchill, you're welcome to the show. And you being man of many colors, I'm sure today, myself coupled with my audience, we'll see many colors of you here. And then we'll also try and not only put ourselves in your shoe, but try to develop ourselves in many ways as we can to develop our world. So, sure. I know you are Churchill. I've read a bit about you. Could you tell us a bit to know you more? Something that wasn't in your bio as I read to you. Just a bit about you.
Thank you for having me here.
You're welcome.
It's a pleasure to be here. Okay. My name is Kwabena Churchill, and that is the brand name for my spoken word poetry and my acts.
Okay.
But I'm officially called Alex Yeboah.
Alex Yeboah.
Alex Yeboah. Yeah. That is my, let's say, someone would say legal name.
Okay. So where is the Churchill coming from?
Okay. The
Churchill is your stage name.
Is my stage name.
Wow.
And that Churchill, I used the church and I added the ill.
Good.
So,
not cutting short before coming, but you know we have a name called Churchill. Back in JHS, I have a friend called Churchill. So I wasn't surprised when you told me you are Churchill. Yeah. Until just last week, I was speaking to a friend of ours whom we know together. That's Diane. She mentioned Alex, and I was asking who is Alex, and then he was telling me you are Alex, and I said, okay, I never knew, or I didn't know you are called Alex. So Churchill is not your birth-giving name, as we call it.
Yes.
Wow. Yeah. So the Churchill came from church, then hill.
Yeah.
Hill as in what per se?
Okay, so church in a hill, and you see, church symbolizes, let's say, an assembly, right? And the hill has to do with the peak of something.
Wow.
So adding them together is an extraordinary man who exceeds expectations.
Wow.
So Kwabena, the extraordinary man.